All right, we are less than a week away from the official start of the Atlantic hurricane season. And looking back, the past couple of years have been very active seasons, but there's some indications that could be changing this year. Meteorologist Rich Thomas has a closer look in tonight's Safe from the Storm special report.
September 30th, 2022. Powerful, deadly Ian slams into the southwest Florida Gulf Coast. 149 people lost their lives. Winds of 154 miles per hour at landfall. But Ian's winds was not the biggest story.
So not only was Ian the benchmark storm of all time for southwest Florida, in all of Florida history, there has never been a storm that produced a 15-foot storm surge.
But that was during a favorable for hurricanes La Nina pattern. Now we're shifting gears in a big way to a hurricane hostile El Nino, and perhaps one of the strongest El Ninos in decades. Recently, the world's foremost tropical weather experts gathered at South Padre Island, Texas, searching for clues about the upcoming 2023 hurricane season. Despite the prospects for El Nino, there are other factors that need to be considered. Sea surface temperatures in the Gulf of Mexico and off the U.S. East Coast are unusually warm. That could potentially lead to some close-in storm development. Plus, in the analog years for strong El Ninos, the north-central Gulf Coast was a favored area for landfalling hurricanes. Dr. Philip Klotzbach from Colorado State University delivered their much-anticipated early season projection. Sure enough, it calls for somewhat lower numbers compared to normal, but only a little below normal. 13 named storms, 6 hurricanes, 2 major hurricanes.
But even with the diminished forecast numbers because of El Nino, we always remind you, it only takes one storm to make this a big deal hurricane season in your world. And after a severe weather season on steroids, are you ready for hurricane season? From the National Tropical Weather Conference in South Padre Island, Texas, Rich Thomas for Safe from the Storm.